All right, so let's do it. This is this day in baseball history for April 11th, and baseball is in full swing, and we definitely want to give some props to the past. This is what happened on April 11th. Let's do it. April 11th, 1907, on opening day, playing against the Phillies at the Polo Grounds, Giants catcher Roger Bresnahan becomes the first player to wear shin guards in a major league game. The future Hall of Fame receiver's innovative protective device, fastened with straps and hooks, was made of leather. Now, what people don't realize is he was actually criticized for wearing this equipment. And here's the quote. He says, "Boy, they sure called me lots of names when I tried on those shin guards. They must have been a good idea at that, though, because they tell me catchers still wear them." And he was reflecting on his first major league, him being the first major league catcher to do this. And if you see, there's actually, you can't see it really in the back, but there's a picture that's him at bat. I didn't want to show that picture. That's when he's playing for the Cardinals later. But the catcher behind him is literally standing up almost, unprotected. His shins are unprotected. So he was the first one to wear shin guards. And thank goodness. I tell you, when I was, I had shin guards like this. These shin guards that this guy's wearing right here were probably better than the ones I had in Little League. And
you had newspaper and duct tape, brother.
Oh my God. And I took one off each knee at one point, and it was awful. And
I didn't know you were a catcher.
I was a catcher. I played all the positions, but I love playing catcher, but that's the part I did not like. And also the crouching, it was like, you'd be surprised how much, you find out how flexible you are when you have to crouch like that, 8 or 9 innings.
Sure. Yeah. And then try to stand up and fire one across to second base.
Yes, exactly. And then you have pitchers ignoring your pitch outs, and they pitch them right in the strike zone and stuff like that. So it's always fun. It's
dude, fun. I don't like pitchers that much. I don't like pitchers.
Okay, on that same day in that same game, on opening day, playing against the Phillies at the Polo Grounds.
I'd like to ask you the Polo Grounds.
Yes, the Giants lose their home opener to the Phillies when some Polo Grounds fans flood onto the field, disrupting the game in the top of the 9th inning. Now Kevin knows this because he's gone through this exit many times. But Cowboy Jack, let me clarify this. At the end of the game, instead of going out through the exits, they would actually go onto the field and out that big exit on the right there.
Smart.
So some people just started leaving. So after warning the crowd of over 1,000 patrons who continue to pour onto the field, home plate umpire Bill Clem decides enough is enough. And
it's time for a change, my Cowboy Jack.
I was going to look up what the score was, but they actually lost. The Giants lost the game due to forfeit. Jack, when a team forfeits a game and it's declared a forfeit, what is the score of the game? There's actually an official score to the game.
Oh, an official score. It would be 6-0.
Oh, you're very close. Kevin, do you know?
I didn't know there was.
Yes.
Let's just say 1-0.
Okay, that's a very good guess too. Actually, Jack is actually closer. It's 9-0.
Why
9-0, huh?
Why?
See, Kevin, see the wealth of baseball information that's in this cranium, dude.
But do you know why it's 9-0?
I think it's like
nine innings, 1 run per inning.
That's all I can figure as well. Wow. Jack, look at Jack.
Wow. Jeez. What just happened?
It's like wrestling, and he's been knocked silly, and then the 2 count comes, and he just kicks out instinctively.
I'm like, wow, he's better at wrestling when he's knocked loopy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Or 1 run per player, Ed says. And yeah, I saw Dutch mention, the dimensions. And I think this stadium was also used for football for NFL later on in the century. But Jack, do you remember what the nickname for this ballpark is?
I do not, dude. I do not. But it's
This ballpark was also known as the Bathtub.
The Bathtub. Okay, that's right. I remember.
You can see why from this amazing overhead shot.
Yeah, no, I don't. I want to meet the architect who was drinking 12 bottles of scotch and like, nah, this is a great idea.
Yes.
Oh, Kevin, there you are.
Yeah. Right.
Glad you're not building stadiums now, champ.
I know.
April
7th,
1961. The upstart Angels, playing their first game in franchise history, defeat a strong Orioles team at Baltimore's Memorial Stadium 7-2. Ted Kluszewski homers twice, and Eli Gerba tosses a complete game for Los Angeles. I love that name. I wasn't even aware of Eli Gerba.
I vaguely remember the name just from going to Angel games as a kid and just knowing their history. But oh my gosh, look at that guy, Jack. That could be your new favorite ball player right there.
I know it might be. Did they come up with his last name by just punching somebody in the stomach and whatever noise they made? It's like, oh, Gerba. Like,
I thought you said Kluszewski.
No.
The
Iceman Kuzlinski, who you guys know who I'm talking about? The Iceman Richard Kuzlinski. He moonlighted as a mafia hitman, dude. He's killer dude. Yeah.
But that is actually how he wore his jersey, Jack.
Yes.
He's actually a pretty jack power hitter. Even though he has, that tan leaves something to be desired. He must have got to Los Angeles.
So you're telling me that in 1961, in certain teams, players weren't allowed to have facial hair, and this guy is like, "Hold my beer, I'm Larry the Cable Guy." Like, let's just let's play some ball, y'all.
And he already had this for a few years. He was a really good home run hitter with the Reds, I want to say. And the Reds, ironically enough, a team that later would not allow facial hair,
right, or earrings.
Just cut off the sleeves, brother, because he was jacked. He doesn't look as jacked here, but he looked jacked in like the mid 50s.
Yeah, he's big.
Dude, no, that's a barrel chest. That's old man strength, dude. That's old man. That's hickory axe swinging, dirty strength right there.
I agree. All right. So also on that same date, April 11th, 1961, Red Sox rookie Carl Yastrzemski in his Major League debut singles off Kansas City's Ray Herbert in the team's 5-2 opening day loss at Fenway Park. The 21-year-old left fielder from Bridgehampton, New York, will amass 3,419 hits during his 23-year Hall of Fame career in Boston. And he's a great one. And not a lot of people know how great he is and all of his accolades, but when you see that he almost had 3,400 hits, that's pretty amazing. He won
territory,
right?
Yeah, he won the Triple Crown, which is like only been done a handful of times in history. That'd be leading the league in homers, average, and RBIs. And has anybody even done it? He did it in 67. I don't even know. Did Cabrera do it?
The Triple Crown?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, most recently.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because I think that's the most recent one since Yaz did it in 67, I remember right.
Yeah, it's insane that anybody even comes close to it these days. So, that was a big deal. Like, he was a really, really next level player for sure.
Oh, yeah, incredible.
Judging by that picture, it looks like Carl Yastrzemski needed to take some tips from the Iceman Ted Kuzlinski and hit those vitamins, brother, and beef them arms up.
Hey, come on. He's a 21-year-old kid here. Come on. He had time.
Well, hey, you can do steroids when you're 21, bro. Like, what do you?
Yeah. I think he was the same size like his whole career. I don't think he even got any bigger.
He's a Hall of Famer, and Ted's just the Iceman.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. April 11th, 1962, after being rained out the previous night and with some players getting stuck in an elevator, the Mets make their National League debut in St. Louis, losing to the Cardinals at Busch Stadium 11-4. I'm trying to think of that would have been Sportsman's Park, right, Kevin?
We were trying to figure out those Sportsman's Park if there was that this got renamed Busch Stadium because it went right around this time.
Yeah.
What
How
a
did they
work!
get trapped in an elevator.
So-
That sounds like something that would happen on Monday Night Raw. Like, oh, they're trapped in an elevator. Like, come on.
It's like, oh hey, the new teens in town. Let's trap in the elevator. So it might be a
Exactly.
rib. That could be a
Yes.
rib by a couple of the vets or something. You know what I
I
mean?
very
Solid
very well
dude.
could have
Solid
been.
rib.
I can see Stan Musial like, hey, I got an idea.
Got
Let's
it
get
wrong,
some of these
boys.
kids stuck in an elevator.
The defeat will be the first of a record-setting 120 losses for the New York expansion team. Will suffer this season. Yeah, that was a tough year for them, and a tough way to start out being stuck in an elevator.
Where's Casey? Oh, where's Casey in there? Am I missing Casey?
Is
Casey Stengel be the manager?
He might even
Is he
have
the one in the suit?
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
Okay, because I'm like, that's weird. He's not in his uniform. And I don't see anybody else who looks nearly as aged as he would be in that photo. Otherwise,
Yeah, that's his funeral suit, dude.
Yeah, and I think this picture may even be in the Polo Grounds.
Yeah, because they actually played in the Polo Grounds the first couple of years because Shea Stadium wasn't done yet.
Yeah, because that's the Willie Mays catch is right past there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's in that right field. All right, so Kevin, you're wearing the hat.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. April 11th, 1969, the Pilots, who won on opening day in Los Angeles against the Angels, are victorious in their first home game in franchise history, blanking the White Sox 7-0 at Seattle 6. Is actually called Six Stadium, SICKS Stadium.
Sick.
Yeah. So, this team only lasted 1 year.
Yep.
And Gary Bell called ding dong by his teammates.
He signed it on. He signed his autograph on his ding dong right there.
He did. I'm not quite sure that's why they call him ding dong. I hope. But he manages to keep Chicago from scoring, although the right-hander yields 9 hits and walks 4 batters en route to the complete game victory. Now, they became the Milwaukee Brewers in 1970. They actually only had 1 year as a Seattle Pilot in Seattle. And so this kind of comes around because there used to be a brewer named Travis Shaw who was the mayor of Ding Dong City.
What?
Wow.
That was his nickname.
What? That's I don't know why that's his nickname, but that's wonderful.
It was only because he would just hit home runs, and I think some player randomly said like, oh, he hits. Obviously, like Ding Dong is a home run to somebody. So it's Mayor Ding Dong City. It just kind of stuck. And I remember when I tell people that is his nickname, they laugh at me and I'm just like, no, it's actually like a real.
This is real.
And I remember when I went to San Antonio to see the San Antonio Missions play, they were the Kukui. Or no, they were the Flying Chanclas at that time. And Travis,
wait, stop, hold on, stop.
Yeah,
wait, let's just pump the brakes a little bit. Put it in reverse.
There's a lot to take in.
The team name was the Flying Chanclas.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I don't have my shirt on for that. I have the shirt of it.
What, dude? Well done. That's probably the greatest team name in baseball history.
So I'll look at a photo of the shirt, but because it was like baseball cerveza, and then literally it's just a chancla, and it reminds like the effect, like the little line effect that it's being thrown.
Wow. So for the members of the Bruniverse that don't know what a chancla is, a chancla is a flip flop, and if you happen to know a Hispanic woman that gets angry, she's going to hit you with the chancla.
the abuelita. Oh,
when the abuelitas get mad and they got to teach you a lesson, them chanclas go flying. And they can throw those things with pinpoint accuracy like snipers. It's insane.
So if you go back in our archives, I actually have craft beer and baseball in Texas. And I go to Corpus Christi. It's why I do the Seth Beer interview. But right in that same video, I went to San Antonio and they're playing as the Flying Chanclas, and the mascots dressed up as a Tio and an Abuelita.
Oh
and,
my god!
And
I gotta rewatch that video.
The mascot throws it at me. It's
No.
yeah. Yes.
Oh,
And
I love it.
special shout out to Ed Brown who he gives the Cheech and Chong reference here. This is a deep cut. This is a very good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Excitement knows what a chancla is, dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, and so does Dutch. Dutch is still there in San Antonio, so you know, there you go.
Yes, exactly. And anyway, Travis Shaw was playing for San Antonio. I'm like, what? The mayor of Ding Dong City.
Wow, dude.
I was going crazy.
I was going to ask if you can go back to that picture of the Seattle team.
Yep.
I don't know if you can be able to tell the effect here, but look at that stadium. That is a stadium for Major League Baseball. It looks like you get like 2,500 people in that place. You know, I don't know if there might be bleachers, but you know, they lasted 1 year. They didn't play very well.
Well, they beat the Angels, didn't they?
That's one game.
They did.
I mean, the only players of note would have been this is where Lou Piniella started as a rookie.
Yes.
And then this. If anybody wants to read one of the best books about baseball ever, Ball 4 is by Jim Bouton, and he wrote his whole he wrote his life story, and also in there did a chronicle of this year with the Seattle Pilots in 1969.
Right.
Ball 4 is a classic baseball book. It was actually the first real, true tell-all sports book. It definitely changed. It changed the world of book writing. Honestly, we talked about kayfabe going on by sports writers for decades, covering up what Babe Ruth was up to, Mickey Mantle, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this was, Seattle. Oh, you can actually look on YouTube. They actually have a Seattle Pilots game on there. I think it might be a complete game too. And if you look at that stadium, it's not up to Major League level. But again, it was a lot of those stadiums actually weren't up to Major League level in the late '60s. So, but it was.
Then you look at Chase Field; it's still not.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they there's some trouble brewing there for sure.
It has been.
Yes.
It's a great hat, though. Great hat.
Yeah,
right.
I'll wear my chunkless hat next week.
Right on.
Perfect.
All right. To finish us out, April 11th, 2022, Taylor Rogers earns the save when he pitches a scoreless ninth inning in the Padres' 4-2 victory over the Giants. And his twin brother, Tyler, gives up the decisive run in the seventh to get tagged with the San Francisco loss. This is very interesting. These 31-year-old siblings who exchange lineup cards at home plate before the Oracle Park contest become the 10th set of twins to play in the majors and the 5th to play in the same game.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy that this happened 5 times the same game before this in 150 years of baseball. Like, oh my gosh.
Jeez Louise.
I don't even know if I can name one, you know.
All right.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
We talk about father and son, but wow, twins. I didn't think about that. If I could even think of any twins who have played together.
I'm trying to think of who else. I was going to look it up beforehand, and I totally spaced it. Yeah.
Why that's why everyone you hashtag do the research. Go, Jack.
The guy that was on Seinfeld, Keith Hernandez.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't count him as a twin. He is your twin, Michael Mondragon, if you had a mustache, but you didn't make it to the majors, so.
Right.
I think you're handsome like Keith Hernandez. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, they can't all be winners.
No, they can't. Crash and burn.
That's right. We're live. That's why we're live.
It's a great beer, though. That's a fantastic beer.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I that's true, Dutch, because I've done some duels in my life, except I turned around at 4 and just pulled the trigger. That's why I'm still here. Sorry. When it comes to a duel, win if you may, lose if you must, but always cheat, right, Jack?
That's right,
baby.
That's right. All right, so that's this day in baseball history.